No secret layer alert!
What a weekend! Exhausted from it. Did you make it down to the Secrets of Strixhaven pre-release? I honestly think this might be an all-time favorite set for me. I've been trying to think about what the most recent set is that I liked more, and it might be the original Strixhaven. And while last weekend was pre-release, this weekend, specifically Friday, is time to go down to the local game store and draft Secrets of Strixhaven. There's just so much depth and fun in this set. I haven't even opened up my collector booster box yet. I'm giving away 40 of these on April 30th on my Whatnot stream, by the way. And there's also the theme decks, the codex that's coming, and the excitement of just seeing which Is It card is gonna break standard this time. Best of all, no Marvel previews in sight. We get to focus on Strixhaven and not be distracted by something other than, what is that noise? Oh no, it can't be. The set hasn't even officially launched yet. It was just pre-release. It's not. It is!
No secret layer alert! No secret layer alert! No secret layer alert! No secret layer alert!
8 new secret layers? Great! I'm actually glad. I'm glad that we've got this new secret layer alert because I'm so excited to see the cool Lorwyn secret layers that I've been waiting for since that set launched just a few months ago. So let's take a look at all the cool Lorwyn artwork that they're going to do in this Lorwyn secret layer. Oh, or maybe we'll get a collection of all the Lorwyn creature types in this Lorwyn secret layer. You know, like they've got a Lorwyn fairies secret layer where they'd have a really cool full art Una, Queen of the Fae, and other awesome, beautiful reprints. Let's take a look at those now. Oh, they didn't do a Lorwyn secret layer. Okay. At least we have 1 to 2 Strixhaven ones in this batch, and I'm sure that with 5 beloved colleges to feature, we can get the perfect blend of deep, rich magic artwork combined with high-value reprints. Oh God. In this video, we will explore the financial breakdown and playability of all these new secret layers. Keep at least one eye open because there may be some value to be had in at least one of the new secret layers. And speaking of keeping your eyes open, is there anything in the world better than a good night's sleep? I do that with my eyes closed, but it's the best segue I had to the ad. Look, I'm selling a good night's sleep here, okay? Sleep is great. In this world, you want a good pair of shoes, you want to eat right and hydrate, and guess what? You're going to spend 30 years of your life sleeping, so you better make sure that you have the best quality mattress around. And there's no better quality in the game than Helix Sleep, sponsor of today's video. Say goodbye to your old, broken, uncomfortable mattress because it's spring cleaning, so out with that old and in with a Helix Sleep. Helix offers premium quality mattresses customized for your individual needs, and best of all, they're shipped directly to your door with free shipping within the United States, including their award-winning Helix Midnight Luxe, which has been ranked as the best overall mattress according to both Forbes and Wired. And yeah, that is what I sleep on, so never mind the awards from Wired and Forbes, it gets the Professor's Award for, oh my God, I'm so tired. Thank God I sleep on a Helix. Everybody is different and every body is different. And Helix knows that, so they made a sleep quiz that matches your unique body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. And if it makes you nervous to buy something you haven't tried, Helix offers a 120-night sleep trial and lifetime warranty. And I don't know about you, but when I sleep, I like to not only sleep on a mattress, but pro tip, I also use a pillow. Yup. Good thing Helix offers their new Comfort Adjust cooling pillow, perfect for a great night's sleep or when you just pass the turning commander. Yeah, okay, no moves, pass. You can customize Helix's cooling pillow to have your preferred firmness and height, all while staying cool at night, thanks to its Glaciotex heat-conductive fabric. Not only does it reduce neck pain and alleviate soreness, but it'll have you waking up feeling refreshed, just in time for Friday Night Magic. Best of all, right now Helix really wants my viewers to take advantage of their spring savings event, so they're offering 20% off site-wide. Just head over to helixsleep.com/Tolarian to try out your new Helix today. Thank you, Helix, for sponsoring this video and for offering all of us a better night's sleep. The back Back to School Super Drop features 2 My Little Pony crossovers for every pony who wants a little more friendship in their magic. The first secret layer, Friendship is Magic, comes with 5 commander staples and 1 niche card receiving a first ever reprint. Generous Gift is a ubiquitous removal spell that many commander players would happily cast as a flexible instant speed removal that could target any permanent on the board. Reconnaissance Mission is a card draw engine that rewards you for having as many friends as possible on the battlefield, as each one translates to a fresh card every time they hit an opponent. Defense of the Heart is a busted enchantment that tutors any 2 creatures from your deck and puts them directly into play if an opponent has 3 or more creatures at the beginning of your upkeep. This means you can grab any of the myriad 2-card creature combos to win the game instantly, such as Kiki Jiki and Zealous Conscripts, or Avenger of Zendikar and Craterhoof Behemoth. The secret layer also comes with an obligatory Arcane Signet and Soul Ring, because you can't possibly have another super drop without giving players yet another option for the 2 most ubiquitous cards in all of Commander. These versions feature your favorite equestrian princess on the art. But most interesting is that for the first time ever, Radiate is reprinted. Radiate is a red instant that lets you target a spell with only a single target, then copy the spell for every other target it could target as well. Nothing says friendship more than copying a Doomblade on every other living thing on the battlefield as well. Well, every other non-black thing on the battlefield. Defense of the Heart carries most of the value on this secret layer, as the rest of the cards outside of Radiate have been reprinted quite often. Radiate, being an older card, commands most of the foil value at $40.65, but surely given how niche this spell is, the value of this secret layer foil is sure to drop. Grade is a C on the non-foil, just barely worth its value, and will go as high as a C+ on the foil, because without that artificially inflated Radiate foil, you mostly have $1 and $2 foil cards here. The second My Little Pony secret layer is the Lands of Equestria, which comes with not 1 but 2 of each basic land, each of which features a My Little Pony character traversing the magical world of Equestria. After seeing the basic lands of New York City block sets like Marvel's Spider-Man or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I do appreciate that the My Little Pony lands actually look more like Magic the Gathering cards, such as the rising mountain in the distance, or the dragonflies hovering over the swamp, or the ponies lost in what is clearly a dark and dangerous woods. Nonetheless, these are basic lands. You're paying $30 to $40 for 10 basic lands. Hey, how many special basic lands came in that $99 Dan Dan secret layer? Wow, that's more than 10. And it also came with 60 additional cards, meaning that there is no universe in which they couldn't have offered us, 10 plains, 10 islands, 10 swamps, 10 mountains, and 10 forests for the same price. If you'd like to hear me go on and on about how basic land secret layers are not worth it, I have an entire video devoted to the subject here. Leaving My Little Ponies behind, for the colleges of Strixhaven, we have Omens of Chaos, a tie-in to the recently released Magic the Gathering novel, which you can pick up in bookstores now. The Omens of Chaos secret layer comes with 5 instant spells across each of the houses of Strixhaven in borderless art treatments. Longtime competitive staple Abrupt Decay is receiving yet another reprint, and its first since the Breaking News printing from Thunder Junction 2 full years ago. This efficient and flexible uncounterable removal spell was once highly played across every format in which it was legal, but these days sees very little play anywhere outside of some mid-power commander decks. Batwing Broom is a fog from the Eventide cycle of hybrid mana spells that have different effects depending on the color of mana you use to cast them. This one is a fog if you spent white mana on it, and a massive punisher for a wide swing if you spent black. The card has received very few printings over the years, with the last non-list printing appearing in Arch Enemy. As a result, Batwing Broom has the highest value in both the non-foil secret layer and especially the foil version at, wow, $44.65. Chance for Glory is an aptly named extra turn spell, but one of the ones in red that leaves you dead if you reach the end step of your additional turn. In commander decks that can circumvent the lose the game trigger, this card is phenomenal. It even saw play in Standard briefly in a niche combo deck that combined it with Leech's Mastery to prevent it from killing you. Chance for Glory's foil price is an impressive $20.74, adding even more foil value to the foil printing of this layer. Counterflux is a blue-red counterspell that will definitely give you the last word on any stack battle, especially if you overload it and get the last word on every spell on the stack. Growth Spiral is an excellent Explore variant, great in blue-green lands decks in Commander. It doesn't see much constructed play these days, but it was banned in Standard for its sin in the Temur Wilderness Reclamation deck. Despite how playable the cards in this drop are, the non-foil version of this secret layer is less than half the price that you would pay, meaning, yeah, that's a fail. $30 for $8 worth of cards? Nope. Meanwhile, thanks to those limited foil printings of Batwing Broom and Chance for Glory, the foil variant of this secret layer is a very good deal for players looking to collect beautiful foils for their new Strixhaven-themed decks. I think the value here might be somewhat artificially inflated, but I'll give it a C+. It is, after all, a similar situation and value to the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic foil drop. The next secret layer is a collaboration with Dwarf Fortress. Remember Dwarf Fortress, kids? From 2006? What a year. The Dwarf Fortress crossover secret layer contains 5 cards rendered in the game's iconic high-definition ASCII graphics. Remember ASCII art, kids? The professor remembers. The 5 cards in the secret layer are all playable in Commander, though some are more playable than others. Secret Rendezvous is a white card draw spell that's great for making alliances at a Commander table. The original printing features lesbians, while this one features smiling blocks. Though who's to say what the gender or sexuality of these smiling blocks is? Lesbians can be blocks. I'm always saying this. I would like to point out that this was written by Jesse Robkin. Please don't at me. Runescarred Demon is a favorite among casual Commander players on account of being a big demon and demonic tutoring when it enters play. In this secret layer, he's a red block guarding a lot of hashtags, or as they called them in my day, pound signs. Terror of the Peaks is a phenomenal Warstrom Surge effect on a big and punishing creature. It sees tons of Commander play and even makes its way onto some standard combo decks whenever it's legal, which it happens to be right now, courtesy of Thunder Junction. Communal Brewing receives its first ever reprint and first foil. Originally printed in a Bloomborough Commander deck, this green enchantment is a nice group hug card. Finally, Rogue's Passage is a classic and cheap Commander staple, mostly in low-power decks. It's great for forcing through a suited-up Voltron Commander, or just getting an important combat damage trigger through. Despite how expensive a Terror of the Peaks is, the value of this secret layer doesn't quite reach its sticker price, though that could change if and when Terror of the Peaks gets a price surge, which really could happen anytime given the state of the Commander economy. Value here is a begrudging C for non-foil. All the value really is tied up in that Terror of the Peaks, without whom we just have 30 and 40 cent cards. I'll give the non-foil a C- and the foil a D+, if only because Communal Brewing does not previously have a foil version. While financial value may not be here, there is the nostalgia value, so if you're a big fan of Dwarf Fortress, this throwback art may indeed be for you. Alright, let's see if we can find some value in this secret layer. Are you ready to take a look? Huh? Because it's about eyes. You get it. The Eyes Have It features 5 blue cards that let you take a little peek at cards in various hidden zones, plus a friendly bird. Counterbalance is a sweet and unique counterspell variant that rewards you for top deck manipulation. It's a good card in Commander decks piloted by people with evil in their heart. It's also sometimes seen play in constructed formats, most notably the infamous and now long-banned counter-top deck in Legacy, also known as Miracles. Gitaxian Probe is an extremely powerful card in 1v1 constructed, banned in every 1v1 format where it would otherwise be legal and restricted in Vintage. In Commander, it mostly sees play in CEDH. Opt is a rather weak weak cantrip, but it's still good enough to see play in Spells Matter decks in Standard and Pioneer, such as Is It Spellmentals and Is It Phoenix. Otherworldly Gaze is a card disadvantage selection spell that's mostly useful for putting cards in your graveyard to fuel Delve or set up graveyard strategies. It's seen play in all sorts of unfair decks, from Pioneer Neoform to Modern Dredge. Nothing holy is happening when you put this card in your deck. Breaking from the taking a look trend with the other cards in this secret lair, the final card is Baleful Strix. Still, it makes sense because owls are good at looking at stuff. Baleful Strix is an excellent card, particularly in Cube and in Blue-Black Ninja's decks in Commander. In Legacy, its printing basically single-handedly booted Tarmogoyf from the format. Unfortunately, the Eyes Have It does not have an eye for value, as the non-foil version is only $9 and change. Though thanks to both Gitaxian Probe and Counterbalance's foil versions, there's $62.73 in the foil version, meaning we've got a very disjointed fail and passing C grade for non-foil and foil respectively. Not too much more to say here, so let's move on. Returning back to our school theme, Maho Gakuin Seishun Hakusho, which roughly translates to Magic School, The Chronicles of Youth, comes with a set of 5 borderless anime art cards that depict a little bit of Magic School's slice of life. Rule of Laws, a popular stacks piece for unpopular Commander decks. Thought Scour is a raw cantrip that fuels graveyard synergies, though these days it doesn't see much play in any format. Time Stretch is a doozy of an extra turn spell, extra turns, plural. It's really expensive, so only really worth putting in your deck if you plan to cast it for free through some other means. Stinging Study is a powerful black draw spell that leaves a mark on your life total. It's getting its first reprint since its original printing in Strixhaven Commander. Notion Thief is a devastating card draw suppressor, stealing all the extra cards that would be drawn by your rich opponents and giving them to the poor, i.e. you. Despite the playability of all 5 cards here, the value of this secret layer is absolutely abysmal for both non-foil and foil. I personally really like the artwork here, and I've said in the past that that's a valid reason to buy the secret layer, but strictly from a financial standpoint, it's a fail. But financial fail. Many of these cards are going to see play in your decks, and many of you may love this artwork. But it's, $12 worth of cards. Fail. Next. If you were tired of secret layers that had the full 5 cards in them, and whose cards were mostly readable, then Notebook Genius is for you. This secret layer comes with 4 characters that look like they're ripped directly out of a particularly artistic student's notebook in a Quandrix class. In this secret layer, you can get Lair, Disciple Drowned, who gives all the spells in your yard flashback and who prevents all spells, including your opponents, from being countered. He is a good card in Commander, especially in Spellslinger and Storm decks. In constructed formats, his primary home has been as a one-of tutor target off Genesis Ultimatum in Pioneer Lotus Field. But, do people still play Pioneer? Well, speaking of spellslinging, Stormkiln Artist is an incredibly powerful mana generator in red-based spells decks of all flavors. Despite its many reprintings at this point, it remains a $2.50 uncommon and likely will forever. It really is that good. Receiving its first ever reprint since it first appeared in a new Capenna Commander deck, Angelo the Painter is a sweet Maestro's commander that marries Spellslinger with sacrifice strategies. Bloodghast is an all-time great graveyard card, popular in Modern Dredge, and sometimes seeing fringe play in Standard as well, where it's been legal since its reprint in Aether Drift. Total value here is $5 in the non-foil and $9 in the foil. It's unfortunate because these are actually good cards, though they're good cards that are not worth that much money. If you like notebook doodle-themed cards, though, maybe you'll pick these 4 up, but it's yet another financial fail in this secret layer. Our last secret layer is for those who can't get enough of the beauty beautiful, stunning, gorgeous Mystical Archive Japanese alternate art cards. Hey, it's my personal favorite, okay? I'll admit that right here. I love the artwork, I love the style, so I'm absolutely jumping up and down at the return to the Mystical Archive, especially since this secret layer does something most secret layers don't. It takes the art from the Japanese printings of Secrets of Strixhaven Mystical Archive cards and puts them on English language cards. Now you can get this amazing artwork, but still read the card to explain the card if you're an English speaker, such as myself. Spell Pierce is a phenomenally efficient counterspell that's great in just about all 1v1 constructed formats, but is a little too small ball to see much play in Commander. Abrade is another awesome interactive spell for its flexibility and mana efficiency. It's got a lot more competition these days for removal spells that also hit artifacts, but it's still one of the best versions of its effect ever printed. It sees play in Commander, in Standard, and occasionally even Modern and Pioneer. Zombify is the classic reanimation spell, the first real foray back into that design space after all the broken reanimates from the pre-modern era of Magic. At 4 mana, Zombify is just a totally acceptable rate for the effect it offers. It sometimes sees play in standard reanimator decks, but doesn't see much play elsewhere. Shared Roots sent shockwaves through the Magic community when it was first previewed in Avatar: The Last Airbender because it was literal rampant growth. Rampant growth was an effect that Wizards R&D had long felt was too powerful for standard, but they don't feel that way anymore, clearly, as there are tons of rampant growth effects in standard these days. Regardless, Shared Roots is a sweet card that sees play in both Standard and Commander, and maybe Pioneer as well, but who's to say? No one's turned the lights on in that format in more than a year. Duty Beyond Death is a sweet combat trick and protection spell all wrapped up in one. It sees play in Commander, and it's also very good in Limited, but it doesn't get played anywhere else. So if you wanted to buy all 5 of these cards to have in your collection, it'll cost you $30 to get all 5 of these cards in non-foil via this secret layer. But if you wanted to go out and buy all 5 of these cards right now, how much would it cost you? Well, a whopping $2. I'm sorry, $2.15. Now that is, of course, for the non-foil. How much is the foil worth? Oh, it's also $2. Just $2.82. This is the biggest fail I think yet. Someone go back through all of our old secret layer videos and tell me, is this the worst value secret layer ever? I'm gonna bet my money on this secret layer, but I'm not gonna spend my money on this secret layer because it's $2 worth of cards for $30 to $40. Sorry, but no matter what the goal was here, putting 5 commons and uncommons in a $30 to $40 secret layer, whose total value is not even worth not even half the cost of a single booster pack, is just, do not get this. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure it's the lowest value secret layer since that Hobbit one. Ooh, the Hobbit one. What was that worth? Well, I guess it wasn't the worst secret layer ever. It was just the second worst secret layer ever. And the third worst secret layer ever. Look, if you're really looking to go back to school, be sure to check out our newest Shuffle Up and Play, where we play Strixhaven. Or if you feel like taking a break from Magic the Gathering entirely, then be sure to see our early access Riftbound Unleashed Shuffle Up, where I got to force Skara to play Jungler against Peter Park. I don't know what that means.
Next time on Shuffle Up and Play.
What's up? It's Shuffle Up and Play, and today, a flashback pre-release in honor of Spice 8 Rack. We are doing pre-release of...
Yo! Lorwyn! Let's go!
Let's go!
Oh, I'm forcing goblins. Oh, hell yeah! It will be so funny if I hate this format after this show.
I actually pulled a Lily and I was like, what are these planeswalkers? I don't like this.
Hey, I didn't pass yet.
Oh, sorry.
Passed you.
Would you stop freaking Spencer out?
All I need to do is to be really good at the game and incredibly lucky.
I'm putting on my shoes. I'm putting on my jacket. I got a funky plan.
I want numbers going by me.
Yeah.
Symbols.